We are going to be watching Tropical Storm Fred or Tropical Depression Fred this morning as we go through the weekend as well. The islands here really knocked it down. It is looking absolutely a mess this morning. That's where we think the center is, and all the rainfall and storms well displaced from the center. Really nothing going on the north side. All these storms on the south side. So this the mountainous terrain there just tore this weak thing apart. This was expected, but there's still quite a bit of uncertainty just thanks to how unorganized it still is. It's got some battles ahead of it, so this is not going to re-strengthen very quickly, it doesn't look like. Upper level low spinning over Florida is producing wind shear out of the southwest. That is what's going to help it to really not blow up in anything too quickly. The high pressure over the Gulf or over the Atlantic Ocean is what's steering it to the west here. So those two coupled together, that creates the wind shear, and it's going to have quite a bit of that wind shear at least today and tomorrow. We do think it's going to remain a depression through today, and probably even a depression maybe through tomorrow, depending on if it can reorganize a little bit faster. It just doesn't look like it's going to be able to do it. Then we do have it becoming a tropical storm perhaps by Friday afternoon. There it is by Saturday morning south of Florida, getting up towards Key West and the southern tip of Florida as we go throughout Saturday, and then it kind of running right along the Florida coast perhaps as we go through Saturday and Sunday, making landfall still early Monday morning in the Florida Panhandle. The cone of uncertainty still extends from Mobile all the way to Jacksonville, Florida. So it is possible that it gets a little further into the Gulf and it gets a little stronger, or on the flip side, it's possible it remains weak, runs up the peninsula of Florida, and just really never organizes. That is one of the possibilities with this at this moment. Notice still well to the east to southeast Louisiana and even south Mississippi. So in this track right here, we would feel absolutely no impact. So with this current forecast, we are not forecasting any impacts from Fred in our local area. There are still some uncertainties though, just because it's so unorganized. We talk about this sometimes, but a Category 5 hurricane is easier to forecast than a tropical depression, because a tropical depression is more prone to doing things that are unexpected, right? It's more prone to the center flip-flopping around or maybe forming somewhere else. So just something we're going to have to watch. But model consensus is yes, it moves northwest and then it moves more north. It moves up through parts of Florida. Plenty of warm sea surface temperatures. That's fuel for this thing, but it's got some wind shear ahead of it, so that should keep it fairly weak over the coming days, and then will gradually strengthen as it gets into the Gulf. But that intensity in the Gulf is still a bit uncertain. We're also tracking Invest 95. This is way on out there. There's the Lesser Antilles. Fred's not even on the map. This thing will have a chance of development over the coming days. National Hurricane Center giving it a pretty good shot that it tries to organize. We'll watch this in the long term, but it is not an immediate threat to anyone in the United States right now. The islands, though, the Greater Antilles, the Lesser Antilles, could see some squally conditions from that by Sunday and going into Monday. So we're watching Fred right now. We do not have impacts in our forecast from it, but things can still change. But right now, our concern level is still pretty low.